Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for being with me for your weekly reading. I'm Michele. Nice to meet you, if I haven't met you yet already. But for those of you who have met me before, my environment is a little bit different again. It is in the back of my 97 F-150, who I call, my pet name for him is Charlie Bird, and he was my special protective companion. Last year during the pandemic, I got to travel around and sleep in the back here, and like, he was my sanctuary. He took care of me so that I could go places, so that I could eat at the beach, and take my little boy here and there all over the place, and I could get to go traveling out of town to go work if I needed to, and I didn't have to worry about having a place to stay. But he hasn't been running for 6 months. He needed a new engine, and so he's been in the shop for a month getting his engine replaced, and he's good as new. He's doing great. He's doing really, really good. And so I just made myself a little studio so that I could park in a quiet place, because those of you who have been following me for a little while know that it's been a saga for me for the last 2 months to try to find a quiet place to record, because between people living with me and all the racket in downtown Bellingham, it's a little bit too much. So I found a kind of pretty quiet place to park, and here I am doing my recordings without interruption. So here we go. Now that I can be left alone. Relatively quiet place. Not perfect, but pretty darn quiet. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords wanted to come out and say something, and this card has to do with self-limiting beliefs. So this is a general message for all the Libras who need to hear it. It's not necessarily something that's happening this week, but it's a long-term message for you, for your ascension into living a life of, doing what you're meant to do, your soul purpose, being abundant, having wonderful love in your life, is about not restricting yourself from having those things. All those things are available right now. You can have them at any time that you want. But there's a pretty good chance that in at least one of those arenas, you're telling yourself that you don't deserve it. And it's subconscious. It's not right there in your face. You're like, why, how could I be saying that I don't deserve it? Because it's something that I want. For some reason, there's many reasons. So it really depends on what we've absorbed into our subconscious from a young age. By what we're being told by society, by what we were being told by our influential adults when we were children. But we took it in. There's stories that tell us that in the dominant narrative of the culture, there are stories that say, well, there's these things that you don't deserve. But when you see other people get it, you're like, that would be really, really nice. Like, I would like to just be able to have enough money to pay my bills. But the dominant narrative is you have to work yourself to death, and there will never be enough money. And that's what you think is reality. That's how you tie yourself up. You see how this lady's tied up and trapped by her thoughts. The swords are the thoughts. She's tied herself up, and she's trapped by her own thinking. You can think your way out of it. Did you know that? You can retrain your brain and think your way out of your traps. So there are so many resources available on YouTube that are totally free. And there are so many abundance mindset books out there at the library. They're totally free. And, if you're willing to pay for it, if you're ready to pay for training or coaching or mentoring in releasing mindset blocks, there are so many out there that are willing to let you pay them so you can have the one-on-one training in moving yourself beyond the place where you're at right now. Because right now you've reached a glass ceiling. That's why I call this my internal glass ceiling card. Because right now you're trapped at a certain spot where you think that that's as far as you can go. If you can break through that, you can ascend to the next level that you think, okay, this is as far as I go. So for a long time, for my income, I thought it would be so great to make $2,000 a month. Like, that would be really, really awesome. And so then for a long time, I was stuck at $2,000 a month until I was able to understand that it was possible for me to make $4,000 a month. And then that became the norm. That's where you set yourself. I always told myself, well, it's not possible for me to have a relationship with someone that really loves me for who I am, until I trained my mind to believe that that I am lovable as who I am. Someone's yelling out there. Okay, I got interrupted by some folks that decided to have an argument right outside of my truck, of all the places in this massive parking lot for them to just stop and just talk loudly with bad words, with swear words. They decided to do it right there. Anyway, what I was talking about, they left. They went on their merry way. I didn't have to even say anything to them. What I was talking about, the part that I was at was talking about how I had to train myself to believe that I was like fully lovable as I am, that there wasn't a limit to how much someone could love me. That every aspect of myself was lovable, and that even, how about this? This was the kicker for me. Someone will love me even when I'm not perfect. They will love my imperfection. And when I trained my mindset, using affirmations, using, mindset, it's just mindset training. It's like changing the tape loop inside of your head of what you expect, because your brain will bring you, the universe will bring you what your brain expects. Anyway, so I retrained myself to expect that it was okay. All of that stuff was okay for me. Making a middle class income, doing what I love, not even full time, being fully loved as the person who I am right now, doing work that I love, that I can't wait to get up and do every morning. All of those things became possible for me when I trained my mind to accept that it could happen. And so that's what you're being asked to consider. This is a bigger thing than just what's going to happen this week. You're being asked to consider what is the next level for you, and how to untie your binds that are preventing you from leveling up. It's time to transition into something new, and it's scary. So this is the great thing about being tied up like that, is that you never have to do anything new. You can stay in your comfort zone and always do the same thing over and over again, and you know exactly what to expect, right? But I know that you want more. I know you do. And you deserve it, and it's available to you. You just have to be ready to untie yourself, step out into the new norm. Once you step into the new norm, your ego will do everything that it can to protect the new norm. You won't be able to consider making half the income that when you level up to double your income. Your brain will not let you even consider what it would be like if you went back to the way you were before. Oh my God, no way. I won't let that happen. That's out of my comfort zone. Right? I will not even consider myself being in a relationship with someone who doesn't love my imperfection. Not that you're allowed to act crappy. We're all trying to do our best, but we don't have to be perfect. We get to claim things for ourselves. Anyway, yada, 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 yada. Let's bring it in. I lost track of how long this video is going to be because I have to edit it together. But I'm just going to bring it together and close it out and say that's good enough. That's an awesome message for this week anyway. And we're going to do an affirmational blessing, grounding, to bring our message home into our body. And we're going to inhale love. Love from the universe, love from God, love from our higher selves into our bodies, and we're feeling ourselves warm up and feeling secure and safe. We're going to push that love down, down, down to our root, down to our safety zone. The place that lets you know that no matter what level you're at in your ascension to awesomeness, you are always safe. As long as you are present in this moment, you are always safe. Inhale love. Exhale fear, anxiety, worry, ego. Ego's wonderful, but sometimes it gets in the way. Sometimes it binds you up, right? Inhale love. Bring it down to your root chakra. And exhale all the way out through the top of your head, and release any worries, any troubles, any anxieties. And know that you're okay. Ooh, I feel the tension in your shoulders. Let it go. Let it come out. Shake it out of your neck. Oh yeah. That's nice. Move your body around. Take these lessons into your body, my dear. Be in the present right now. Know that no matter where you are in your journey, if you're in the present, you will always be safe. I love you, dears. Thank you, Libra, for being with me today. And I'll see you again soon.